Hey guys, and if you enjoy this nice, easy, purple, beautiful eyeshadow look, then keep on watching. So I'm going to be priming my eyes first, as usual, with the Physicians Formula Eye Primer. So I just finished priming my eyes, and the next thing I'm going to be using is the L'Oreal Nude Intense palette. And I'm going to be using my fluffy brush by the Real Techniques, and I'm just going to put this shade right here on my lids. So I just set my eyes with that shadow, and then I'm going to be using this shadow next, and then I'm putting that all over my lids. So next in the palette, I'm going to be taking this shade right here, and I'm just going to put that on the outer V. And the last shade in this palette we're going to be using is this shade right here. And we're going to mix that with the outer V too. This is the color that's going to make our eyes look really purple and beautiful. So now that we're done with that palette, I'm going to be bringing out a little bit more of an expensive palette. I'm going to be using my Too Faced Sweet Peach palette. In this palette, I'm going to be using Nectar, but you don't have to be using Nectar or this palette or in general. An affordable option would be like the e.l.f. brand, and you could put this all over your lid, but I am not going to be using that today. And I'm going to be, instead of using e.l.f., I'm going to be using my Too Faced palette. So I'm just going to take a flat brush and use Nectar and put it all over the lid. I put a little bit with my flat brush of the same color in the inner corners. Now that we're done putting the peach palette color away, sorry I cannot talk today, we're just going to use the same brush that we did before and blend the harsh edges. Now we're just going to do some simple wing liner and mascara. You start on the outer, bring it in. Now that I finished my liner, I'm going to be using the Better Than Sex mascara and just using that for my lashes. Now that we have our mascara and wing liner on, it's time to prime our face, and I'm going to be using the Revlon Photo Ready Primer. I'm only going to be using just 1 dollop of it. And then I'm just going to apply it all over my face. Now I'm going to be using my Milani Conceal and Perfect Foundation and my Beauty Blender. Now I'm just going to apply that to my face. Normally I just do 2 dollops of this foundation since it's full coverage and you don't need a lot. I like to blend under my chin too, just to make sure we're all blended in one color. And also my ears. Next, I'm going to be using the Fit Me Concealer by Maybelline. And I'm only going to be using a little bit. And I'm not highlighting my face. I'm going to be using the pointer side of my Beauty Blender and just blending that out. Now that we also did our concealer, I'm going to be setting my face with the Bare Minerals Dual Set, the matte and glow side. I'm going to be using the matte for my translucent powder. And I'm taking a tulip brush and just placing that under my eyes, looking up and placing that. I'm also getting my smile line and my forehead. And you can do that wherever you have your wrinkles to cover them. Now that I've finished setting my face, I'm going to be using the Eyeliner Dual by Ulta and just filling in my brows. I'm sorry if you can also hear background noises. Now that I have one done, I'm going to be using a spoolie to comb that through, make it look natural, and do this eyebrow on the same side. Now that we have both eyebrows done, I'm going to be using a little bit of bronzer, and I'm going to be using my Naked Urban Decay Flush little palette thing, and I'm going to be using a contour brush, even though we're using this as bronzer, and this is by the Real Techniques, and I'm just using this on my cheeks. And I'm going to put some on my forehead, on my temples, more like. Do the same on the other side. I'm going to take a little bit of blush with the same brush. Now that we have that done, I'm just going to use a little bit of setting spray by Ulta. Let that sit a little bit. So next, after that, I like to, again, from the same palette, I like to use their highlighter. Even though I use setting spray, I don't like the way that this setting spray looks with the highlighter. So I'm just going to highlight my face. I'm going to put a little bit above my eyebrows, on my nose, and on my Cupid's bow. I'm going to be using this matte lipstick by Maybelline in the number 656 or Clay Crush, and put that on my lips. So the last and final step is to curl your lashes. This is optional. A lot of people use fake lashes. I don't really like using fake lashes. I'm not really good at using fake lashes. So I'm just going to curl my lashes. And that will lift them. And I like to keep pressing on it so that it stays that curl. And I like to do it twice. This will really lock in the curl. So I hope you really enjoy this final look. That was all the steps to do this makeup look. Again, I apologize. I stuttered a lot and I kept repeating myself a lot. But I hope you guys really did enjoy this makeup look. I thought it was very quick and easy to do. I did this in 20 minutes personally, but it was expensive makeup. I know I try to show different options and stuff. So I hope you guys like this video and stuff. And yeah, bye!